Hey guys, it's YB.
And Herbert.
So happy Thanksgiving.
Share the love. Be nice to each other.
I taught Herbert this, the Korean heart thing.
Be nice to each other.
Hope you guys have a good time with your friends and family. Our family's not here, so we will be actually going to
Mexico.
We will be going to Mexico for Thanksgiving weekend.
Mexico.
So instead of eating the normal turkey dinner this Thanksgiving, I wanted to show you guys and Herbert Korean Thanksgiving food. That's why we prepared this grand meal. I mean, we took like over an hour preparing this, and it was actually really fun putting it together. But as you can see, we have a variety of food here that we're gonna go over. This video is also sponsored by K-Mush, which is a Korean mushroom company. So we have a few mushroom dishes here as well that I'm really excited for. I'm especially excited for this one. But yeah, we will go through them and eat them. So Korean Thanksgiving is called Chuseok. Chuseok this year is September 10th. So it already passed for us. It's not the same date as American Thanksgiving, but Chuseok is a Korean Thanksgiving. Chuseok is a major mid-autumn harvest festival and a 3-day holiday in South Korea, celebrated on the 15th day of the 8th month of the lunar calendar on the full moon, but usually it's celebrated mid-September. To make it easier. It's very traditional for families to visit, their grandparents, their parents, and have a ceremony together. They eat these traditional foods. They do these things called tare, which is they bow. We wear our traditional hanbok and we bow to our ancestors and to our older families. Like you bow to your grandparents and your parents, and they usually give you money, which is nice. So I think one of the most famous foods is japchae right here. I guess I should introduce all the food first. Well, so we can eat it all together.
So close.
I know. So we got kimchi 제육볶음, which is kimchi, pork, stir-fried together in a little bit of spice. Should be really yummy. We got japchae, which is Korean glass noodles. We got 빈대떡, which is like a vegetable pancake that's fried. Should be really yummy. We eat a lot of fried pancakes, Korean pancakes during these holidays. So usually fish, we have it fried and made like a pancake. Bunch of vegetables together in a very pretty setting. The most important is the rice cakes. We eat the rice cakes like crazy during these holidays. I love them. The most famous ones are songpyeon, which is filled with honey, and a bunch of different kind of assorted rice cakes here with some soybean and other stuff inside. We'll get to that later. All right, now let's feast. First, we're trying the japchae. Cheers. And it's somewhat healthy. It's made of sweet potato starch.
I will go and branch out already a little bit. Good branching out.
That's very flavorful. It's not spicy.
Well, it's decent.
It's not spicy, but it's not like spicy. I'm gonna branch out to the 빈대떡. Cheers.
Cheers. They need a dip, huh?
Could eat it with soy sauce. We can dip it in the kimchi sauce. And try it with some veggies here. So we got 콩나물 here, which is, what are these? Bean sprouts? And then we got 시금치, my favorite, which is spinach. They're the only veggies I like. Alright, I kind of want to try the mushrooms, so let's try the mushrooms here. Hey guys, so before we continue, let me quickly go over K-Mush. So thank you K-Mush for sponsoring this video. We're getting Korean premium mushrooms that are exported from Korea. You can get them in the US, in Europe, all over the countries. K-Mush is designated as the first integrated organization of agricultural products, mushrooms, export in Korea. So these are Korean mushrooms exported by the K-Mush company. Korean mushrooms are exported to 27 countries around the world, exporting more than 70% to USA and Europe. So I went ahead and bought the mushrooms. I went to 99 Ranch Market, which is a branch that is all over LA, but they also have it at Good Fortune supermarkets. Now there are 4 different mushrooms you can get: enoki mushrooms, king oyster mushrooms, and beach mushrooms. Enoki mushrooms can help blood circulation by lowering cholesterol levels
And it is especially good for children and the elderly because it contains a lot of ingredients necessary for teeth and bones. For enoki mushrooms, I'm gonna put them in my kimchi soup that I have left over from yesterday. I think they're perfect for stews and soups because they really absorb the moisture, they really absorb the juice of the soup, so it's gonna taste really, really good. Then we have the king oyster mushroom. King oyster mushrooms have a lot of vitamin B6, which is not found in other mushrooms, so it's really good for skin. Also, it helps anti-aging and immunity because it contains a huge amount of vitamin C. For the king oyster mushrooms, I decided to make a nice garlic butter roast. So we're gonna cut it in half because it's really big, and we're gonna sear it in a pan with garlic and butter and add some salt. And that's it. It's just gonna absorb all the garlic and butter and get this nice flavor going. And that's all you need to do. Just sear it in the pan until it's golden brown. Then there are oyster mushrooms. Oyster mushrooms contain a lot of zinc, which can prevent diabetes and can help to strengthen the bone with vitamin D. For these, I decided to make a cream of mushroom soup. So I just cooked the oyster mushrooms ahead in hot water because I wanted them to soften. Since the cream soup is already kind of thick, I wanted to cook the mushrooms before, and then I added them to the soup. Then there are beech mushrooms. Beech mushrooms suppress the growth of cancer cells, and it is good for people who are tired because it contains good ingredients for the liver.
You can go on their website I linked down below for a ton of new recipes, including beech mushroom bulgogi, japchae, kimbap, and even pizza and pasta. K-Mush guarantees the best quality mushrooms with a GAP certification introduced to supply safe farm produced to consumers and strict 10-stage production process, so you know your mushrooms are well cared for. I've never cooked it like this ourselves before. Cheers. That really absorbed the butter and garlic. It's so flavorful. Look at the juice flowing. And then we got some mushroom soup here. Try it with the mushroom inside. I like cream of mushroom soups a lot. Hear the mushroom. Yum. It's great because mushrooms are so easy to cook. You can add it to anything, you know? And it tastes so good. And it's healthy. Oh, yeah.
Is that the spicy one from yesterday?
Yeah, but I added water. It's our leftover stew from yesterday that was extremely spicy, but I added water to it, so it shouldn't be as bad as yesterday.
A little water probably helps, huh? A lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Different types of oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Ooh. That is pretty spicy.
That's really good. And check out K-Mush. You can find these mushrooms in local Korean markets. They were really good. You can cook them in all different ways. You can make a stew with it. You can make soup, put it on a pan and put some butter and garlic. That was so good. It really absorbs the flavor. That's my favorite part of it. So before we get too full, I think we need to move on to the rice cakes because those are really filling. So, okay, let's try songpyeon because that is the most iconic rice cake. Cheers.
I like them. The honey is not too sweet, but it's filling.
Very filling. We already had some while we were cooking because we were hungry, and you ate 2 of those, you're not hungry anymore. I think those are actually all different flavors.
I'm gonna go with
Okay, I'm gonna go with the green then. Mine's a little more herb taste. It's called like sukdok. I don't know what it is in English. Like more herb. Try the sesame one, maybe. Oh, it looks like red beans inside for that one.
it doesn't taste like beans.
No, it tastes sweet. Oh, I'm starting to get full. Oh no, we have so much things to try. Okay, I think these rice cakes, we should split in half.
Amen, sister.
Okay, let me take the first bite. It's similar to the small ones, huh? This one. This one looks a little different on the inside. This one's way chewier. Try it. It's way thicker, and the inside is this like different paste. Right? It's different. It's thick, a little harder than the other ones, but feels more like a meal, this one.
How many could you eat out, like from this?
That would be a challenge, like eating challenge.
Wow, I feel like they're growing in the stomach,
In
the
tummy.
inside. So I planted the seed, and now it's like more.
It's expanding into, well, it is rice, and rice expands in your stomach. I love the texture of rice cakes. Like, I wish they weren't as filling so I could eat them more. We gotta try these little snacks. We can share these as well because I'm getting quite full.
Yeah, I'm like.
But these you can eat. These are rice crackers. Cheers. We can have some. But right, that's nice and sweet, not too sweet. Yakgwa, what I'm most excited for. Oh my goodness. Yeah. See how sticky it is? It's super unhealthy, by the way.
Doesn't taste that sugary.
It's very sugary.
Yeah?
I guess the only thing left to try are the fruits. Let me just show you how big this apple is compared to our face. This is a huge apple. You have to peel the skin.
Why?
That's how we eat it. Can you peel
The most
mine?
vitamins in.
Not in Korea. Well, I always have them. My mom always peeled them. I don't know how to peel it. I try to learn from my mom, and I almost cut myself. Well, that's not how she does it. Like this.
Yes,
Like
we don't have time.
Like a pro.
Don't have time.
I'm going to learn at some point. Okay, for my kids.
The viewers don't have time.
My mom always peeled.
I know, I'm not your mom. So here, baby.
Thanks. Do you see already the color's different? Like,
No, I don't actually. Wait.
cheers. Oh yeah, this is a Korean apple.
I would say it's a normal apple.
What? This is so different from American apples. That's because you're eating the skin. Now we got the pear. This is Korean pear. We call it pe. Like bay. Pe.
So without the R. Pe.
No, not, well, yeah, I guess so. Pear. But it's not pe, it's pe. Like bee. We eat that a lot in our, like, when we do ceremonies and stuff. I don't know why.
That looks like a pumpkin. Right? Like a small pumpkin.
That's Korean pear.
And you eat them any special way, or you want to have the...
You have to peel. You really have to
come
peel it
on.
this one. You do.
Come on.
Oh, see, you're doing it.
Doing it.
How do you do that without cutting yourself? Hey?
Pe.
Cheers.
Juicier. More subtle taste. But overall, it's really good, and
And sweet to me. Very sweet.
I like that.
What did you think?
Well, I do miss the turkey.
After all this.
Imagine there's a turkey and then all of this around it.
Well, this wouldn't go well with turkey.
Well, kinda. But all the rest you can pick and choose. That's cool. I would miss a bit more meat, maybe, to round it up, you know. Thanks for having me over for your Korean Thanksgiving today.
Yeah, thank you for coming to my Korean Thanksgiving. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys all have a great Thanksgiving.
And happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
And we will see you next time. Bye.